He didn't exactly win the lottery the day he was born. In fact, life handed him what most would consider a pretty losing ticket. And yet, here he is, still cashing in on every single day, one gastrointestinal treat at a time. This is the story of Blue, a kitty who never grew into a big cat. He just grew into a legend. In 2023, a small litter of abandoned kittens arrived at the 9 Lives Association. There were 5 of them, and a tiny black and white kitten with one cloudy eye was the smallest of the bunch. They named him Blue. From the very beginning, Blue seemed to be writing a very different story than the rest of his siblings. Other kittens grew and thrived the way kittens are supposed to, getting bigger, stronger, louder, and considerably more chaotic. But Blue grew slowly, cautiously, as if he wasn't quite sure the world was worth rushing into. By the time his siblings had reached the size and energy of proper young cats, Blue had settled comfortably into the body of a 6-month-old kitten and decided that was just fine. Thank you very much. 2 of Blue's siblings, Button and Binks, eventually found forever homes. 3 of the littermates remained. Blue's sister Berry, who had survived a serious ear infection that left her head permanently tilted at a slight angle, which unfairly made people overlook her. His brother Bean, who had a tumor on his eardrum that was successfully removed, though his vet still occasionally checks in to ask whether he's still alive. And little Blue, the smallest, the frailest, with cloudy eye, delicate immune system, and his enormous, unshakable heart. This little guy won the fight with FIP twice. FIP is not a small thing. It's one of the most feared diagnoses in cat rescue. It is serious, it is aggressive, and it does not play fair. But this tiny cat, who looks like he could be knocked over by a strong sneeze, went face to face with one of the most dangerous diseases a cat can encounter. And twice, without any apparent awareness of how remarkable that was, he simply chose to stay. The people at 9 Lives would tell you that Blue has probably spent more time at the vet than any other cat in their care. Blood draws, tests, treatments, antibiotics. His small body has endured more medical procedures than most cats 3 times his size. And through all of it, Blue remained exactly who he is: quiet, gentle, patient, and completely unbothered by the indignity of yet another vet visit. His immune system, it must be said, is not his strong suit. Every cold that passes through, Blue catches. Every virus in the vicinity finds him first. There have been stretches where the 9 Lives team has watched him carefully, quietly hoping, running new tests, starting new rounds of antibiotics. There have been moments of real worry. But there have also, every single time, been moments of relief. Because Blue somehow always finds his way back. He is currently doing well, boosting his immune system with CBD drops and doing what he does best, quietly existing and being absolutely wonderful at it. Now, if you're wondering what Blue actually enjoys when he's not busy surviving things that would floor a much larger cat, we have to talk about his sensitive stomach. Because of it, his diet includes special gastrointestinal biscuits designed to keep him comfortable. For Blue, this is not a hardship. This is, in fact, the greatest gift the universe has ever bestowed upon him. The moment those treats appear, something shifts in Blue. He becomes animated. He becomes vocal. He will, reportedly, perform what can only be described as a full kitty concert in exchange for those little biscuits. He will be charming, he will be persuasive, he will deploy every ounce of his considerable sweetness in pursuit of them. Then he will eat approximately 10 to 15 pieces very calmly, and retire to somewhere quiet for a few hours, deeply satisfied with himself. The other great love of Blue's life is the heater. The moment it clicks on in the next room, Blue hears it. And he doesn't walk to it. He runs. He positions himself in front of it with the confidence of someone who has reserved that spot specifically for this purpose. And he stays there, perfectly content, gently toasting. He also, it should be noted, loves belly rubs, which for anyone who knows cats is either deeply endearing or deeply suspicious. With Blue, it is entirely genuine. He loves company. He loves warmth. He loves the simple, unhurried pleasure of being near someone who cares about him. This is not a cat who needs much, but what he needs, he pursues with quiet, unwavering dedication. Blue has the body of a 6-month-old kitten. He has an immune system held together by determination and CBD drops, and only one eye that sees the world a little differently. And he has a personality so gentle and so full of love that the people around him can't quite imagine the place without him. He was never the biggest, never the strongest. Life, from his very first day, asked more of him than it asked of his siblings. And he paid every single time, without complaint, without drama, without losing a single ounce of his sweetness. The 9 Lives Association started looking for a forever home for Blue the way they do for all their animals. But somewhere along the way, quietly and without any formal announcement, it became clear that Blue had already found his. The shelter that took him in as a tiny, abandoned kitten became simply where he lives. It's the place where he is known and looked after and loved, where someone always hears him singing for his treats and where the heater is always on. He didn't find the humans ready to adopt him. But he's still here, still small, still brave, and thanks to the people who rescued him and whose hearts he stole, he is safe and loved. Somehow, in the way that only the most quietly remarkable creatures manage, Blue made something beautiful out of every hand he was dealt.